I've always had a passion for being around and learning about animals. When I was younger, going to zoos and animal parks was always a part of my life. I wanted to share my passion with family and friends, so I started working with people that loved animals as much as I did, and my YouTube channel was born. Welcome back to my animal education series, and today I'm here with Tori at the Mystic Aquarium. Hello.
Hi.
What do we have here behind us?
This is our large shark exhibit. We have 2 different species of sharks. We have 4 sand tigers and 3 nurse sharks.
Where can you find these sharks in the wild?
So these sand tigers are local species. So they're going to be found off the northern shoreline, and then they also go down into the Gulf of Mexico, and other species can be found in Australia and Japan. And our nurse sharks are also going to be Atlantic, North America, and South America.
What do these sharks eat in the wild?
In the wild, the nurse sharks are going to eat a lot of bottom-dwelling animals, so crustaceans, small fish, some squid, and then our sand tigers are going to get different species of fish that you see swimming around, and when they get bigger, they'll also feed on other sharks.
So, are these sharks fully grown?
They are not fully grown. Our sand tigers are pretty young. They're only about 2 years old, and they're going to get to about 10 feet eventually. And then our nurse sharks are almost fully grown. They're older, and they're going to get to about maybe 12 feet. So the nurse sharks spend most of the time on their bottom. They're actually nocturnal, so during the day they like to sleep. And you can actually find them in the wild sleeping in piles of about 40 nurse sharks. It's pretty cool to see. But since they're very bulky in size and they don't have big fins, it's hard for them to stay afloat when they swim a lot, so they do rest on the bottom. Whereas the sand tigers, they're a lot more agile, so they spend a lot of their time swimming.
What adaptations do they have for kind of swimming with sand tigers and nurse sharks?
So the sand tigers, a lot of people think that sharks have to swim in order to breathe. But the sand tigers and nurse sharks are examples of 2 different types of breathing that sharks have. So the nurse sharks have what we call spiracles, and they're located right behind their eyes. And that feature is actually able to pump the water across the gills for them so that they don't have to move in order to breathe. Our sand tigers can pump the water across their gills for them, but they are going to spend most of their time swimming in order to do that for them. So the nurse sharks are an example of buccal pumping, and the sand tigers are an example of ram ventilating sharks.
What are your favorite things about both of these species?
Well, for the nurse sharks, they are very lazy, which is adorable, and I love their little shark piles. And when they eat, they just suck the food into their mouth, which is really cute to see. And then the sand tigers, I just love that agile form that they have, and they're a really great example of those toothy sharks that everyone thinks are going to be really vicious, but they're actually very docile.
So what makes them such great display animals for this aquarium?
Both of these animals you can see in many different aquariums. Sand tigers are actually the most displayed animal in the aquarium, and it's just because of their size and their nature. You know, if the nurse sharks swam a lot, they'd be hard to keep in an aquarium, but because they stay on the bottom so much, they're easy to take care of. And the water temperature, everything like that, just makes them an ideal species.
How does the coloration help both of these species kind of hide from predators?
They're very stealthy, so when the sand tigers hunt, they're all about stealth and surprising their animals. So since they're so gray, they blend in a lot. You know, from the top, you can barely see them because of their coloring, and also the same with the lighter side of their belly. When you look up, they also blend in really well, so they can sneak attack their prey. And the nurse sharks, since they lay on the bottom, they blend in with that bottom floor with the rubble and coral.
Well, thank you, Tori, for telling us all with these nurse sharks and the sand tiger sharks.
No problem. Thank you for coming.
And if you guys enjoyed this week's episode, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up down below, subscribe to my channel, and also check out my Instagram, @Shirk. As always, I'll see you next week.